Hey guys, this is Jessica Gutierrez with Clean With Me podcast. This is a podcast where I walk you through cleaning your house step by step. So let's clean together. Hi everybody, it's our Sunday podcast, but we're doing it a day late because I have my mom here with me.
Hi, I'm Raani Starnes.
And she's the creator of the show, and we're going to do just a 20-minute cleaning sprint, or a speed clean, as we like to call it. But we're going to be hearing from her input on, her take on things, because obviously she does things differently than me because she has bigger kids, a different take on life. But we're going to do the same speed clean as I usually do, just with her take on things, and we're going to hear from her, which I'm sure a lot of you that used to listen to her will appreciate that. So let's get started.
Okay, it's time to gear up for our cleaning session. If you need to start a load of laundry, now's the time to do that. Or maybe there's something that's bothering you that you want to take care of right away, whether it's straightening up your front entrance or
throwing your kids on an activity, not actually throwing your kids, but maybe putting on a show, giving them something to color, giving them a chore to do. And like we always say, light a candle, open up some windows, set the tone for your day, try to brighten the mood, because the happier you are, the more motivated you are, the more productive you're going to be. So in the last episode, if you guys listened, if not, that's fine, but I have mentioned before that I use a cleaning notebook just to scroll down, some bonus chores that I notice, like if I'm putting away pots and pans and I'm playing Tetris, trying to shove them all in, I'll write down, you need to organize your cabinet, that kind of thing. My mom mentioned that she does something differently than actually using a pen and paper.
Yeah. What I do is I use the InkPad Notepad app on my phone. I use it for a lot of different things. I have a bunch of different notes going. For example, I have my grocery list, which is kind of handy because if I notice I'm out of something, I just add it to the grocery list, and then my phone's always with me, so the list is always with me. But I also have a to-do list, and that's where I would put something like clean the bathrooms tomorrow or whatever, just kind of a note to self type of thing. And that's just something that keeps me organized. I even have one that I use kind of as my checkbook register.
And my version of the grocery list is I do grocery pickup at Walmart, so I have it saves like what items you've gotten. I told her that was my version. But for those of you that don't like pen and paper, I know a lot of people think differently and have different things that they do, so that's her version.
Okay, and I realize that a lot of people like the paper version because of that satisfaction from like crossing something off your to-do list. So I get that. I just tend to change purses often and misplace papers. I'm just not super good about that. So that InkPad Notepad app works for me. And it's real simple. Like, I realize there are special, to-do list apps, but I don't like anything complicated. I like to just have a simple list, and then I just delete things off the list. Okay, so now that you've geared up for your cleaning session, it's time to head to the kitchen. One of the reasons we've always kind of encouraged our listeners to tackle the kitchen early in the show is the kitchen's the heart of your home, and it's what keeps your home functioning. It's what keeps your home sanitary by taking care of that right away. And a lot of times it helps build momentum because a lot of us don't love doing the dishes or sweeping the floor. So we want to knock that out right away and then move on to those easier chores, so to speak.
As you can tell, me and my mom both hate doing the dishes. By our podcast, we used to fight over who was going to do the dishes a lot growing up as being a teenager.
Yeah, I do still delegate that chore to my kids. I have a dishwasher though, so it's not too bad.
I can't wait till my kids are old enough to delegate the dishes because I hate it.
So get started on those dishes, whatever that means for you. these days, what I typically do is I have a little brush on a handle that I use as I rinse off the plates and whatnot, and kind of, scrub that food down the garbage disposal before. And I'm not one of these that just washes the dishes before they go into the dishwasher. My dishwasher is effective. It's fairly new. So I just kind of scrape the food off under running water with that brush and start loading it.
Which you can get those brushes from Dollar Tree and stuff, and I have mentioned before that everybody has different methods and different things that they use for doing the dishes. Like she said, she uses that scrub brush. Right now I'm using a Scrub Daddy sponge, whereas I usually use the soap dispensing sponge with the removable sponge heads. But lately I've been using that Sponge Daddy Smiley Face sponge for doing my dishes, because I like how sturdy it is, and I like that, it's good for doing the like utensils and stuff. You can put it in the mouth of the smiley face.
And of course, you may still have clean dishes to put away, whether you needed to empty the dishwasher before loading it or empty that drying rack. Go ahead and do that. Once I load the dishwasher, I wash those larger items that didn't fit. I like to prioritize the smaller items because, let's face it, washing dishes can be tedious. So by small items, I mean the glasses, the cups, the silverware, the plates, the bowls, and then those larger pots and pans I typically hand wash. That's the way my mom did it.
And like I mentioned, while you're doing the pre-rinsing phase, if you have anything that you know is going to be a disaster and a pain in the butt to clean, go ahead and start the soaking process on that, on those pots and pans that you know are going to be a hassle to clean when you first start. That way, by the time you get to the pots and pans at the end of your dish cycle, they'll already be done. And this is a speed cleaning, so we're not going to allow a lot of time for doing the dishes, but make sure you check your refrigerator and see if there's any dishes that you need to grab really quickly out of there, any old food, leftovers, etc.
Or something I've been doing lately, saving that cast iron pan for my husband, since he's the one that dirties it. And it kind of needs special care.
Yeah, I do delegate to my husband the dishes sometimes, since I don't have big kids. That's my
He
version.
doesn't mind when I just leave him that one cast iron pan. So I've kind of gotten in the habit of doing that, because sometimes he likes to wash it and re-season it or whatever, and I just never quite know what to do with it.
And I just delegate the dishes to my husband, because if he offers to do a chore, that's the one I hate the most, and he actually enjoys that. He hates the laundry, which those of you that listen to the show know I love laundry and have no problem with it. So that ends up working out perfectly that he likes the dishes.
So just keep working on those dishes while I talk. Speaking of dishes, lately I'm working outside the home. I'm working as a part-time teacher. And some of you who are longtime listeners know that I was writing from home. I'm still doing a little bit of that too, and I've decided that I like that better. So after this school year, I'm going to go back. I want to finish out my contract and everything at the school, but I'm going to go back to working from home as a writer. I just didn't appreciate that enough, working from home. But while I'm working outside the home, my husband is doing a lot of the housework. He's on disability right now, so he typically does the dishes while I'm at work. And I just want to kind of insert this here, like I'm trying to teach my teenage daughter this concept that when someone goes to work, it's nice to just clean the house while they're gone. Like if one person is at work and one person's at home, it's just so nice for the person who's at work to come home to a clean house. Whether it's a man or a woman, obviously, that doesn't matter. It still feels good to walk in and somebody cared enough to clean the kitchen before you got home.
Yeah, exactly. And how my schedule, we've kind of been talking a lot about this, me and my mom, just our day-to-day, because her schedule is kind of similar to mine. I don't work like full-time. I work on and off, like a day. I work one day and then I'm off a day. That's kind of her same schedule. Mm-hmm. So, and my husband is on call a lot, so he kind of has the same schedule. Like, he'll watch the kids a couple days, I'll watch the kids a couple days, then they'll go to their home daycare like 2 days a week, something like that. So same, whoever is at home, we just try to clean up for the other person. And so it's kind of like a shared thing, the housework right now with my husband and I as well. It just depends whoever's home and taking care of the kids during the day, and whoever's working, the opposite, whoever's at home takes care of the home. And then if we both have a day off, then we just take care of it together. So don't put it all on yourself. Definitely, if you have somebody else, don't be afraid to delegate. Somebody else that's old enough to help you, whoever that may be for you, definitely practice delegation.
Right, like if you're married and your husband works super long hours, I mean, get those kids helping you for sure.
And if you don't have kids, ask a friend or a relative. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I have tons of friends that, are... No, not tons. I have a couple good friends that are happy to come over and either help with the kids, so I can clean on days where he's working nonstop for weeks and I just don't have much help. Or, she helps me clean while the kids are taking a nap, etc.
Just a reminder, if you're facing a disaster right now, meaning there are way more dirty dishes than there should be, no judgment here, but just kind of make a mental note to yourself not to do this to yourself again in the future. It's easier to keep up than to catch up.
Exactly. And this is a speed cleaning episode, so we're going to have to cut the dishes short, but no worries. If you're facing a disaster, like she said, you could pause me, rewind me, restart the episode, or
leave some things to soak, maybe.
Yeah. Or you could just do a very thorough pre-rinse and finish out the episode with me and then go back to the dishes after, however you prefer to do it. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the living areas now.
Okay, in any speed clean session, you want to get the most bang for your buck, so to speak, by cleaning those visible areas, those front areas. So as far as living areas, start at the front entrance, whether you have a dedicated entryway or you're like me and it's kind of one and the same with your living room. I feel like those houses, it's not my ideal floor plan, I guess, when you just walk into someone's living room, but my daughter and I both have a house like that. And so that's kind of the important room to pick up and straighten up. It makes you feel good because it's a first impression area. Not necessarily that you're having company, but just when you walk in, or a family member walks in, that it makes you feel more relaxed when your front room looks good.
And a lot of the time we're spending the most time in those front areas. So.
Right. So it's not that we're necessarily doing it for someone else. We're doing it for ourselves so we can relax on the couch in a clean room. So let's get that room picked up. A lot of times these areas that we spend a lot of time in attract clutter, whether it's one too many pairs of shoes in the entryway, or some random paperwork on the coffee table, sweater thrown on the couch haphazardly. Let's get everything cleared away. Sometimes I always tell my younger kids this, don't just start treating that as part of the decor. You guys, this has been here for days. Sometimes certain items, you just get used to seeing them left out. Let's get everything put away. Let's straighten those throw pillows. And then if you have time, sweep or vacuum the floor, depending whether you have carpet or hard flooring in that front room or living area. Or maybe your front entrance is perpetually clean because you hang out like in a family room that's on the back of the house. When we had a different style house that had kind of a foyer area, the family room was in the back. Or maybe you have two living areas. So since this is a speed clean, you need to prioritize whether it's just a family room on the back of the house where you spend a lot of time, or your front entrance, or it's just all one room. let's get it picked up. Even if you don't have time to vacuum, remove the clutter. It's going to make you feel so much better. And then vacuuming or sweeping is just that finishing touch that helps your house to really shine.
And if you want to do a full vacuum I know it's hard to listen to a podcast and vacuum, so if you want to do that at the end of the episode, you can, or you could do it now. It's up to you.
Right. I have found back when I was running this show that a lot of my listeners who I surveyed tend to do the more tedious tasks while listening, as far as dishes, picking up clutter, wiping things down, stuff like that. And you can always put on some music to vacuum or whatever. But I know a few of you do listen to headphones and just go ahead and vacuum.
Yeah, so, it's whatever you prefer to do. But we're going to go ahead and just move on to the bathroom really quickly, because I like to have my bathroom clean and just do a quick straightening of my bathroom every day, especially when I'm headed out the door. And, you usually get ready in the bathroom, so there's usually some kind of mess, especially when you're doing a quick speed clean, like say you're running out the door right now and you just want to get your outer areas clean. Someone might use your bathroom. Or, I just like to keep my bathroom clean, because the more you let it go, the nastier it gets. We want to keep up with our bathroom and get to it every day if at all possible.
Great point. One thing I do when I'm expecting company, in my guest bathroom / kids bathroom, I have little baskets in that cupboard under the sink, and I'll just grab things and put them in there, because I've got a 12-year-old daughter and an 18-year-old daughter sharing a bathroom, so you better believe there are brushes, earrings, false eyelashes, what have you. And my kids know to check their baskets underneath. I quickly stash that so that I can clean the mirror, clean the sink, and whatnot.
And those of you that listen know that I do say that a lot, and that's where I told you I got it from her. It's because she does do it also.
When I'm doing a quick touch-up of the bathroom, sometimes I use disinfecting wipes to quickly clean the toilets and countertops, obviously with separate wipes. Spray some glass cleaner on the mirror, wipe that down, ideally with a microfiber cloth, but you can even just grab a t-shirt in a pinch. The point is just to get that bathroom clean, sanitary, clutter-free. It's going to make you feel good.
Yeah, and get if you have any dirty laundry, like I said, I keep a dirty laundry basket in the bathroom. You can move that to the laundry area, pick up any dirty laundry or anything. If, like, you got ready that morning and you have some dirty laundry in there, make sure you just get everything put away, out of sight, out of mind, and wiped down.
That's kind of a dilemma I have in both of the bathrooms in my home. There's not a convenient place for a hamper. Like, there just isn't. But I do love the idea of keeping a hamper in the bathroom if you have room for it. For us, we have to keep it in the laundry room and just kind of run that stuff to the laundry room.
Yeah, there's no room in her guest bedroom, but if I might recommend maybe putting one in your walk-in closet that's attached
I'm
to your bathroom.
I'm thinking of doing that. I have a hamper in my bedroom.
Because I love having one in the bathroom.
Yeah, I do have a hamper in my bedroom in a different spot, but we're going to rearrange the furniture and make that more of an office. So I literally was thinking the same thing about putting a hamper in my closet. In fact, my 15-year-old son keeps a laundry basket in his closet for his dirty clothes.
Yeah, but you know how kids are. Their guest bathroom in my mom's house is right next to the laundry room, so it's not that hard for them to walk to the laundry room and put their dirty clothes, but they often don't do that. But they don't really need a laundry basket in there because it's literally just like 2 steps away from the laundry room. So, but depending on your house floor plan and whatever, I just prefer to have one in my bathroom.
Hopefully by now your kitchen, your outer areas, and at least one bathroom are looking presentable. It was great to be back on the show.
Yeah, thank you, Mom, for allowing me to do this. I know it was a short visit. We were just selling some puppies. We breed puppies together, but I'm really glad that she was able to talk to you guys today. I hope you got your outer areas clean, and as always, happy cleaning.
Happy cleaning.